Yes, we are live. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Creatively Lisa, inspiring the creative within, and I'm high vibing in from Long Beach, California. Wow, this has been a wild and crazy time, and I have not gone live since the beginning of the month. I think it has just been off the rails, I guess is the word. And I was thinking about some things today, coming to some huge realizations. And I decided I wanted to share it with you because I've heard so many times recently what people are going through and dealing with. And this just might help you because I think that it's really shifted me on a lot of things. And my little fuzzy back here, that's part of it as well. She just had surgery yesterday and she's kind of uncomfortable. And we'll get into that. But if you caught the name of the today's live, it's on me, it's on you. Because I caught myself today thinking, why is this happening to me? That was exactly the words I used. And I'm wondering, how many times have you thought that yourself? Well, if that's the case, therein lies the problem. Yep, I said it. Therein lies the problem. And it really made me realize something. Ain't nothing happening to me. There ain't nothing happening to you either. It's nothing happening to either one of us. We're playing a part in it. And the more we allow and say, why is it happening to me, and become the victim, the less control we have over it and the less options we have. And I've talked to so many people. I've gotten messages with everything going on, good and bad. And I can't do the business. I can't do this. I can't do that. Look, nobody's holding you back. Nobody was holding me back either. I have been dealing and I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I am happy, extremely positive, loving, kind person. Full stop. I am what's the word I have? I am tenacious in my business, my mission, my vision. And these things are what holds me, and my integrity. That's something else that holds me. And I got to wondering, my friend told me today, man, you've been off for a while. And I went, I have. And all of this kind of played into this. And I've got some health issues going on. I can't figure out what's going on. Or this physical vessel does. I don't, because I'm good. This physical vessel has chosen to deal with some stuff. And it all started when my stepfather transitioned. I went to Vegas, see Tony Robbins and some stuff, and a lot of upheaval. And that was back at the end of May. And then my stepfather transitioned, and I went back to Missouri I was gone for over a month between visiting family, dealing with the transition, being there for my mom. And then I had a company convention, and then I come back. So gone a lot. And I got to thinking, it was everything kind of went whoomp, whoomp at that time. Health issues myself. Then, like, don't know what's going on. Look, just stuff. And I've posted on this in the past. Getting tick tests, and I don't know. I can't get a stupid doctor's appointment. And I realized, I've got whatever it is, insurance from the state. I don't care, because no insurance covers what actually heals my body. They'd rather fill me full of pharma. So I'm certainly not going to pay a ton of money for a company for insurance that doesn't really do anything. So, and so I've been dealing with that. I've been dealing with female stuff that this body has. Then financial stuff in my business, financial stuff, period. Just one thing after another. And it gets piled on top of everything, like piled on top of everything. And then doing my best to keep a positive state of mind, not being able to exercise, hip issues, it's just a lot of stuff. And then my kiddo, her not being dealing with stuff too, and me taking care of her and other animals, and just stuff, all kinds of stuff. I don't need to go into it, but you get the idea. And I realized today I have been, and I look back, I have been crabby, grouchy. That's not something that I am. And in it, like in it, mixed in the whole thing, being smacked around like a tennis ball. And I thought, this isn't how I live my life. I got to looking at where I'm at in my business and where I'm not, looking at the not, all of these things. And I went, that's not how I live my life. And I realized something. I can sit here and feel like I do and be miserable. Or not. I can allow the current circumstances of my life that I've judged as good or bad, doesn't matter which, I've judged it, and then I've made it that way, and then I hear this all the time. And I don't really want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it out of my own mouth, out of my own mind, or anybody else's, because it's an excuse. And I realized that I was doing it. And I'm coming clean for many things. So I've allowed, and I'll give myself a little credit. You know, I do stuff all the time, but I don't always do stuff that's actually moving me forward in my business. And that's no different than not doing anything. Just isn't. So no more will I hear somebody go, oh, I can't do this right now. I've got too much going on. It's a perfect damn time. Do you want to continue doing the crap that you're doing? Or do you want to do something that can get you out of that? I asked myself this question this morning. I asked myself that question. Do I want to continue dealing with the bullshit I'm dealing with? Or do I want to get out of this? I want to be done with it. So the only way I can be done with all of this stuff is to get myself out of it. And the only way I can get myself out of it is my business. Period. Certainly not going to get a job and have somebody else control my life. Absolutely not. Not doing it. And so I got to thinking today as I was going through everything, and I realized when I asked myself, why is this happening to me? And then I went, wait a minute. No, it's not happening to me. It's happening for me. It's happening for me. And it's all in my perception. And I can use the circumstances that's currently going on in my life as something that's positive or something that's negative, and it's completely up to me. With that said, I have no excuse to be nasty, to be unkind. I have no excuse to be grouchy, to be short, to be irritated. None whatsoever. Because we all have shit that we're dealing with at one level or another. And my kindness and seeing something positive in the circumstances, guess what will happen? Exactly that. Exactly that. Something positive will happen because it always has. I've allowed it to shift, and I wondered why and how did that happen? And I realized something today as well. I realized, how did this, what did this? What did it? I allowed it to happen. Okay, but why did I dim my light? And I realized that I listened, I must have, because here I am, listened to people that you're always so happy, and not saying it in a positive thing. And I started to dim my light a little bit. And when you when you dim your light, you're not serving anybody. You're not serving anybody. And I got to thinking about that, and I realized No. And I don't have to talk about the bad. I can always see a positive side to it. I had a lovely discussion with my friend Simone today. Thank you, Simone, because I did not hold back this time. I said, nope, I'm not going to do it. And I didn't. And she was telling me about stuff that was going on. And they weren't good things. And I said, stop right there. We can continue to toil around in it. And I use this word all the time and stir it up. Or who fucking cares if it didn't work out? Who cares? Or we could look at what did happen. And then at the tail end of all of this, she told me this extraordinary thing that happened. And I said, boy, now that should have been your lead in. If we're coming always from the negative, that's what we're going to continue to attract in our lives. And that's not something that's serving us. And I said, moving forward, I don't need to hear it. I don't need to listen to it. And I certainly don't need to spout it out this mouth. It needs to be positive, caring, loving, kind, joyful, because that's what's going to shift things in our own lives. It's going to shift things in my life. It's going to shift in your life. And she says, you're absolutely right. Thank you for calling me out. I allowed it to take over. And I realized that I did that. I allowed the situation in the past to take over, allowed me to be grouchy, allowed me to be upset with people and things, and allowed me to be upset with the circumstances. If I'm going to allow external situations and circumstances control how I feel on the inside, I am the proverbial tennis ball on the game of life. And that's not serving me and my higher good. It's not serving you either, or your higher good. So stop it. I've decided I'm stopping it too. I'm not doing it anymore. Not going to be upset right now. Crap, man. Been in bed for a week and a half. What's going on? And I realized I could use the excuse that, I got C, and this and that, or not. And I went, well, I'm feeling this way because I allowed my vibration to drop and muck around with everything else. And then I was woe is me in it, and I got sick. And then I went, no, I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to concern myself with what was happening. I'm going to concern myself with what will happen, what's going to happen. I'm going to concern myself with taking care of my fuzzy, making sure that she's happy, that she's comfortable. I'm going to make sure that I'm healthy, that I'm happy, and that I'm getting up every day and doing what I need to do that. Because if I'm not doing that, I can't show up for everybody else. None of us can. And we certainly can't do what's in our heart. And so no more perpetuating it, no more thinking about it, no more talking about it, no more whining about it, nothing. What can you do in your current situation? What can you do? You can be upset about it. You could whine about it. But 90% of the time, you can't really do anything about it until you start looking at what's possible and looking towards an outcome that you want and working towards that any way you can. That's it. That's it. I have a lot of friends going through a lot of different things, and this fits with everybody, every single person, whether it's your family life, something going on in your family that you're concerned about, whether it's your physical life, something going on with your physical health and well-being, your mental stability, it's all the same. I could continue to wonder also, how did it happen? Who cares? It's done now. Beating myself up about it continuously is not solving the problem either. So that needs to stop also. I must look for a solution and work towards it. What's the outcome I want? And I'll work towards that, whatever it is. So it's actually something positive in my life. So what I've gone through, it's like a reawakening and a remerging. And I went, that's okay. I've done it before. We kind of always it's almost like we're in the cocoon, and the cocoon is painful. When you go from a worm to a butterfly, it's painful. You're switching, you're moving, you're gestating. That's what I've been going through. And I can guarantee you, I bet you've been going through it too. You just may not realize it fully. And I've got lots of tools. I can get myself out of this. And I'm happy to help you do the exact same thing. I can help you get out of it as well. We can shift our lives. We can have a life we want. We can have a business that we want that sustains our life that we want. We can go wherever we want to go and live wherever we want to live. And anything's possible. But we just have to shift it in our mind and stop looking at what is, which in turn is what was, that we're perpetuating to continue, or we can look at the future and what we want and how we're going to get that. So that's a much more productive place to look at. That's a much more better, that's a much better place to be. And when we're working towards that, we're much more in our heart space, and we're caring, we're more loving, and we're more kind. And that's really what it's all about. And what we all need to work on is being kind. Kind to ourselves, kind to the people in our lives, kind to the people that we meet out and about, kind to this planet. That's it. That's what needs to happen. We must be kind. And we must be helpful, because that's the point. That's why we're here. We get confused about all these other things that's going on, when really that's the bottom line. It's the experiences and the time you spend doing them and learning and growing and becoming a better being, and the people that you spend time with and how you can raise them up and shift their lives. And that's what it's all about. And that's what will change. When you start seeing this, when I realized this today, I went, wow, I will continue to muck around in this shit that I've been dealing with, or I can look differently, and I can look at I still have to deal with the stuff and take care of things, but I can do it from a different place, a place of empowerment versus a place of victimhood. And then that changes things big time. Because to have the life you want, and I say this to myself all the time, to have the life I want, and boy, I've got a lot of stuff on that list. I mean, big in my head, big, a lot of stuff. I have to become the person that can have that life. And if I'm going to stay me doing the shit that I've been doing, that ain't serving me. Certainly isn't serving anybody else. And it's not serving the planet as a whole. It's not doing anybody any good. I don't want to be on a treadmill. Nope, no way, no how. I do not want to be in the same place next year. And the only way that's going to happen is if I change things, if you change things. No more making excuses about why things are the way they are and you can't do something. Get off your ass and do it. I am. That is it. The only way things are going to change is if you change them. And for some reason, the universe, it's happening to you too, probably. The universe seemed to think that I wasn't getting it in my thick head. So it made it more obvious, we're going to say. Made it more obvious so that I had to see it. I saw it. I realized it. And I realized I brought it on myself. Everything. And I can slowly work through it. I can continue to draw in and allow the nasty to happen, or I can make a decision and become the person that stuff does not happen to, and shift it. And that's what I decided I'm doing. Shifting it. I'm done. Done with the rubbish. I'm done with toiling. Done with things being difficult. I'm done with doing the same thing over and over again, expecting some sort of a change or a difference. For things to change, I have to change. I have to do something different for things to actually be different. If I want this lifestyle and this life that I truly want, that's deep in my core, then I've got to do something to get to it for it to happen. I have to be doing it. So I'm gonna. And I'm holding myself accountable. So, and I'm also going to say, I apologize and I'm sorry that I have not been doing lives because I got in it myself. I'm sorry that I've been a bit crabby and grouchy from time to time over the past few months. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to hold on and listen to this tell me stuff that's not true. I know better. I know better. No matter what's being perceived right this minute, I'm going to work through it all. And you're probably going to see lives on each and every different thing. So guess here's a new one for you. Guess what else I noticed? I've got half the hair. Yes, half the hair I normally have. Don't know. That's a new one. September, maybe? August? Yep, August. All kind of coming. I don't know what's happening. That's coming back too. I'm getting my hair back. It's happened twice. The other time it was a similar situation. It was a spiritual thing and a lot of emotional stuff I was going through. Same thing. So all these things are going to change. I'm getting my body back. I'm getting my mindset back, or a better one, so I can become the person that I'm designed and destined to be, just like you. My hair's coming back. Everything. It's time for change in my life. If I want the things to happen that I set out to happen, and if I want the things to happen that I wanted to, that I mentioned and I wrote down in the beginning of this year to happen by the end of this year, then I've got to get off my ass and do it. You do too. You do too. Or you're going to be right in the same place you were last year, only a year older. We get older anyway. We go through life and time passes anyway. I like that better. Time passes anyway. Why not do something that can change things? It's going to happen anyway. You're going to get, every day is going to continue to happen. Why not take that day and do something productive so you can change the life that you have into something that you want, something that you talk about. Stop talking about it, start doing it. Action trumps will. Action trumps words. Words mean nothing. Actions mean everything. And I'm going to be the first to do it. I'm going to hold myself accountable, and I'm holding myself accountable to you. And I'm going to start shifting one thing after another. I'm going to start doing stuff for this hair, for the body, to get this, whatever it is in there, out completely. Stuff I've been doing, though, has been really helping. Thank you again, Simone, for your the few things I was missing that's made a huge difference. And yeah, that's it. This will be gone. And there's time. There's time. You've got, anything can happen and shift like that. Doesn't matter. We've got 2 months and 10 days. 2 months and 10 days. That's more than enough time to change your life. If you do it every day. If you do it every day. And if you do it like there's no tomorrow. If you do it like, I'm doing this no matter what, and this is it, period. Unapologetically, no excuses, I'm doing this. Because guess what? You're worth it. You're worth it. You're important. I'm worth it. I'm important. And I'm done toiling. Are you done toiling? Stop it. You don't need to do it. I'm done. So let's work together. Let's support each other. And let's change our lives into do something that we love and we want. No more excuses. No more why is this happening to me. No more. Every situation has a positive outlook on it. If you just look hard enough, you can find it. Every single situation, every single thing. Focus on that. Focus on that. Focus on that every single day. And things will shift. I got freaked out with Thule in the midst of all of this too, because when your mind goes down, all this stuff gets mixed in there. And my little critter, my little love bug, was in pain. And I freaked out before it. And then I had the surgery done yesterday. And I felt better. And I got her home. And she's in pain. And now I am blessed to be able to care for this beautiful creature that cares for me every single day. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. We've done healing today. I have lathered her up with all the healing oils that can make a difference in her life and in mine. And I know it's helping me at the same time. And I just, by doing that, I feel better. So think about that. What if helping somebody else, you help yourself in the process? I'll keep you posted on my little fuzzy butt. But she's doing much, much better. Much, much better. And I'm so, so, so grateful and appreciative of her doctor, Dr. Ridgway, and for everybody that's been so helpful and sending lots and lots of love and healing to her. And we've moved into the guest room temporarily because it's a big futon low to the ground that she can sleep on and get comfortable on. And I can be next to her if she needs anything. So I slept like sideways off in a corner because it's a queen size and not so roomy like my bed. But we slept there last night and we're going to sleep there tonight as well. And every single day she gets a little better and better. And I accidentally, I didn't do it on purpose, got her hair all cut off, and I went, okay, I could be upset about that too, like one thing after another. Then I had my Roomba. This is so funny now. Again, it's how you perceive it. So the hair thing I was upset about, and then I went, wait a minute. All her hair can grow back out together, and it won't look so choppy. And it does. It's not hardly even noticeable. And she's got, poor baby's got like 8 different incisions, stitches on her whole body. But her hair's so short that it's not so noticeable. So, and it'll all grow out together. Wonderful. And 2, I was watching a dog. It pooped in my house, which doesn't happen. Dog's never done it before. So again, I'm taking responsibility for that. I allowed that to happen. My energy was off. Dog pooed. I didn't know it. Guess what happened? This is funny. I could have gotten upset about it, but I didn't. My Roomba cleaned my house. Does every night. Guess what it did? Yep, I know you guessed it. It cleaned up the poop, and it cleaned my house with poop. Everywhere. All over the floor in different places. Kitchen. Oily room. Everywhere. Every room that was open. Luckily, I had a few that were closed. My guest room that I'm currently in my bedroom and the bathroom. Closed. Everything else was open. So, boop, 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 boop. And I thought, what in the hell? Guess what I have now? I've got a really clean Roomba. A really clean Roomba that smells like thieves. Smells amazing. And I haven't felt well enough to bend down and scrub my floors. So guess what? I'm not. I hired a cleaning service to come in tomorrow. They were supposed to come today. Again, crazy stuff. One thing after another, but they're coming first thing tomorrow morning, and I get an hour of free time because of the mess up. Bonus. Things are always working out. And they're going to clean my entire house for me. It needed to be done anyway. Now I don't have to do it. They're going to clean all the poo. It's dried now. And guess what? Because I was watching the dog that did it and caused it, the lovely lady is splitting it with me. Yay! So again, a negative into a positive. It's all a perception of it. It's all a perception. So you can look at it on the positive side, or you can look at it on the other side. I'm going with the positive. That's the way it rolls. I'm going with the positive. So, yay! I'm going to have a beautifully clean house tomorrow that I'm not going to have to do. And I'm not going to have to pay for it all. Bonus. So, lots of all these things that are happening, and it all depends on how you look at it. So the next time something happens in your life that you just can't, that's driving you crazy, how can you look at it from a different angle and see a positive outcome? See something positive from it. Even if you don't know, you just might be, it might be the best damn thing that ever happened to you. Could be. Could be. You can resist it, because that's where I was at, or you can allow it and look at it as if you're watching it on TV for a solution. Okay, this is happening. What do I got to do? What can I do? And meld with it, kind of go with it. And always, I can't say this enough, always, always, always be kind to others. We don't know what others are going through. Who knows? Be kind. With that said, I'm going to go have something yummy to eat because I want it. And I'm going to wish you adieu. And I'm going to get back on my daily schedule just as quick as I can. Hurts to talk. So I'm working on that. So I'm going to just allow for that. So I'm going to get back on them and get back on my dailies and go from there. Anyway, I've stayed true with doing a reel every single day and posting every single day. And that's about it. That's about it. That's what I can give you right now. So I am following through with some of the stuff. So I've got a big sale in my company right now. I need to go place my order on the good stuff, lots of holiday stuff. Diffusers, can you believe it? $8 to $15. Holy smokes. I know, right? And a ton of other stuff. I'm like, you can get a gift that would normally cost $80, $90 for $20, $30. Not bad. Not bad. Especially now, we want to get wonderful gifts for people. And everything's all crazy. So this is a perfect opportunity. So, sale goes till Monday. If you want to know more about it, post sale in the comments and I'll give you a call and I can let you know what it is and tell you about it because it's pretty friggin' awesome. So I'm going to go get my order in while there's still product and stuff left. And I will see you on the flip side. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you know of somebody that's going through something that needs a different perspective that would be beneficial, then please share this video with them. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love, and I'm sending them lots of love. Remember, create something magnificent. That's what we're here for. See you on the next live. Ciao. Bye for now.